Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome to another Saturday, Sunday, Funday Game Day video. This time, we're going to do a little bit in American Truck Simulator because that's another game I play. And in this particular case, the Hauling Hope event is on. And of course, the Hauling Hope event, which I'll probably repeat myself here in game anyway, is an event that they are doing for the vaccine delivery around the world. And of course, if you haul 7 loads in the game, you get a little reward for that, and which is pretty cool, right? Of course, American Truck Simulator, as I'll probably mention in the game somewhere, I've got a couple thousand hours into it, so it's a game I play a lot. And, I have customized truck, I have customized things. And with that, let's switch over now into the main screen of things, and we'll get started. All right, so here we are. We're in game, and I have already picked up the trailer of choice, and it is the Hauling Hope trailers. Currently going on in ATS is the Hauling Hope event, which of course is dedicated to COVID-19 hauling of vaccines. Now, is it realistic? Yes and no, but of course that's why it's a game. It's the way it is, right? Let's talk about what it is I'm driving. Yeah, because this is a thing, right? This would be a Freightliner Argosy 2000. Be 21 years old today. Kind of strange in ATS. It's a cab over. You don't see any of those in ATS now. In ETS2, of course, there's all kinds of cab overs. European trucks, of course, a lot of them are cab overs just because of the very narrow streets and stuff. But in ATS, well, as in all of North America and the real world, conventional trucks are usually the way to go. But cab overs, they're a thing. They're a thing, and this is what I drive. Now, this, of course, is a modded truck. It's not in-game by default. That's okay. As you can see, it's got my company personal paint job on it that I made. With, of course, my Enterprise Logistics company name, and it's got the California emission stickers. It's got the IFTA truck stickers. It's got the DOT serial numbers. It's got all the things, right? Because you got to have all them things in real life, and of course, you can't get those on paint jobs in the game. But in this case, it's a nice little dedication that ATS is doing. Well, SCS Software is doing for the hauling of vaccine, and you get a little reward for hauling 7 of these loads to different places. And in this case, this one actually I'm going a little farther with. This is so we are here in Oxnard, California, and we are going to San Francisco. And just for the extra hoots of it, I'm going to take the 101. I'm not going to take Highway 5, which or Interstate 5, I guess is the proper term for that. So yeah, we're not going to take Interstate 5. We're going to take the 101 right up the coast, just for a little bit of extra fun. Maybe we'll even get to see a little extra sights. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I use the I-5 all the time when I'm playing the game. For things, because it's the I-5, and that's a thing. But it's also, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's like most interstates. There's a lot of miles of just trees and scenery. And which this game has lots of really cool scenery to look at. It's just, you know what? I thought I'd take a coastal drive, see what's going on. I usually play in third-person mode because I like to look at things. Yeah, look at that. We get the sun coming up in the back. Woo! Yeah, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. We should get a couple of really nice shots there as we're taking the drive along. And of course, the nice part about ATS is that it's a totally different pace game. The pace of this game is totally different than, like Factorio, Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere, or Mr. Prepper, or any of those games. I mean, literally, the pace of this game is slow, relaxing. We'll turn the high beams off because the daylight's out now, and you just kind of enjoy the scenery. You mellow and relax. You get rewarded for stuff. It's all good. I got over 2,000 hours in this game. I own all the DLCs, so we can go places. We can always go lots of places. By default, you start in California if you don't own any of the DLCs. So that's where you get started there. Traffic. Traffic bad. Traffic is bad. We don't like traffic. Traffic is very bad. Let's go around that. Yeah. We don't like traffic. So, rule one, it's a game. And when it comes to games, I'm perfectly fine breaking a few rules. So if that means I pass you on the inside shoulder, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, see, so here's one of them. Look at that. See, this is one of them coastal views that you kind of, this is what you're looking for on any of the brochures in this game. So, you want to make sure. Now, this is a terrible highway to try and take sideways action on, of course. But we're going to try and take it a few times anyway. Yeah, so in playing Dyson Sphere in the last week or so, yeah, I might have overburnt myself. Turns out my sugars are low. My thyroid is way out of whack. It's not pretty. Yeah, so I guess I got to slow down a little bit. Now, that being said, of course, the other problem, it's not a problem, it's factory progression. This is what happens, right? Your factory keeps growing and growing and growing, and the next thing you know, to do anything takes like 10 hours, right? So it's like, you want to do some iron plate, yeah, fine, you can probably plop that down in 30 minutes. You want new people eaters, right? And anybody who's been watching my series knows what the purple people eaters are. You want all new purple people eaters. You're looking at a 2, 3, 4 hour build now, right? And it's even longer now because the resources just aren't planet wide. We just don't have a lot of resources left on the planet. So I'm having not only to build all that line, but then I have to genty off to other planets to build them lines, and then build all the shipping and the stuff just to get it all back, just to keep the stuff going. Everything gets a little slower, that's for sure. And of course, to keep them videos coming out once every day meant I was playing longer and longer hours, to the point where it was getting crazy. It was getting a little crazy. So we definitely got to be a little smarter on that planning. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think you can do that. I think you can do that with any factory game. I would say the first 15, 20 hours of all factory games, you can usually, the stuff you're doing and the stuff you're recording, you can do it constant. You can keep material recording constant, and you can keep building constant. It's after the factory reaches a certain size that, now you've got a thing, right? Like now it takes longer and longer. A couple commenters, of course, pointed out the obvious, which I've said, which is that without a blueprint type action, it takes a lot longer to build this stuff. Ooh, this is here's a couple of really nice shots coming up here. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah, beachfront property right there. It's too bad this highway is a little more twisty because that does make my driving a little more challenged, but that's a thing. But yeah, I mean, it's without the blueprints, without that kind of stuff, it does definitely make it a little more challenging, you know, because it takes time to build mass machines. Let's see. Is it 6? Yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, let's do a little bit of this highway drive in action. So, yeah, sorry for the jitteries. I don't own a steering wheel. I do this by joystick. And now, usually in third-person mode, that's not really a big deal because you're not up close to anything. So the jittery, as I call it, isn't really a big deal. Oh, yeah, I seen that. Gotta like them exit ramps. The AI in ATS, not exactly top notch. Now, don't get me wrong, it's pretty good, you know, but it definitely doesn't. It definitely has its flaws and has a few issues with things, right? Let's go. Yeah. Now this is, of course, is what you want on the brochure, right? Of course, as long as I don't drive into the guardrail, because that's is a definite thing that can happen. Yeah, this is definitely what you want on the brochure. All right. Yeah. So this is the interior, of course, view. And this is where you see a lot of people playing ATS or you know, most simulators inside the view. But I'm like, but I can't see as much. I want to see more stuff, right? I like seeing more stuff. That's why I usually drive outside because it's like, yeah, I can see all the stuff. I mean, you know, that's the thing, right? So, yeah, so when I play ATS, I usually play in third-person modes. Of course, like I said, I have 2,000 hours in this game. Since it came out, I've owned it basically since its arrival. Just celebrated 5 years, so I guess what would you say? That's 500 hours a year? No, 400 hours a year. Okay, that makes me sound a little more sane. I've gotten you know, the million kilometer achievements and all that stuff on World of Trucks. So yeah, I've got investment into this game. So of course, you know, the hauling hope thing here, of course. You know, for seven trips, you know, you get a nice little reward out of that, and we were going to do that. Now, you remember we're at the beginning of the game where I said that this probably isn't very realistic. First of all, they would never mark these trailers. Okay, if you were actually hauling vaccine, these would be in your either standard company trailers or in unmarked trailers. It's a high value material, right? And you don't draw attention to high value materials. That's a no-no, right? You just don't do it. So this would be in a standard container or whatever, right? Of course, you'll notice there the cross on the Hauling Hope is a white cross. It's not a red cross. Here's fun fact for those who don't know. The red cross is a highly copyright trademarked symbol. And you cannot use a red cross on anything. Only the Red Cross can use the red cross. And that is a definite thing. And it is highly enforced. You know, I got to admit, it's one of them weird rules in almost every country in the world that is highly enforced. So, let's take Europe, right? In France, right? All the pharmacies over there, they have green crosses representing the pharmacies, right? Again, not red because that's a bad thing. In video games, almost every video game, you'll notice like the cross is blue, or or in this case, it's white and surrounded by blue, and that's on purpose. That's a real thing because again, you're not allowed to do that with the Red Cross. You cannot actually have a Red Cross. They will come after you. It's a thing. So don't test that because it is one very highly protected trademark. Oh, hello, cat. How are you? So yeah, AJ the cat. He usually sleeps on his pillow when I'm doing recordings, but I see he is looking for extra attention today. So he has decided he's going to come up and visit personally. That's because he has just come in from his wild adventure outdoors, and he is probably looking for a little extra warmth than the pillow. So that's what's going on there. But of course, when he first jumped up there, he kind of startled me, kind of threw me off. He's an older cat. AJ's like 16 now, so unlike younger cats and stuff, he wants his attention when he wants it, but he's perfectly fine just being mellow and sleeping and all that stuff a lot of the time too. So it's all good. So that is what we're doing here at the moment. This is actually not a bad piece of roadway here, so we can have a look around here for a second. Yes, look at that. That's not too bad. Ooh, don't make this turn too much. Look at this car coming up here. He thinks he's going to try and pass me. Of course, these are external contract loads for this event. So yeah, there's no way I can pass him anyway. There's two types of loads. There's you can take general jobs or external contracts. External contracts are controlled by SCS Software and World of Contracts or World of Trucks. But they limit you. They limit you to 65 miles an hour, or 100 and what's that? 110 kilometers an hour, just about there. So yeah, that's a thing, right? If these are just open jobs, it's as fast as the truck will go, right? And this truck will haul stuff at 98 miles an hour, or a lot faster in kilometers. Or yeah, I guess that is 156 kilometers, somewhere around there, 157. I'm Canadian, so I should know this stuff a lot better, because we are the metric system here. But I play ATS in miles per hour. It's funny. When I travel to Florida. Of course, I live here in Canada, but every once in a while I'll take a trip to Florida, and I drive. I drive there. It's, from my place, it's over 2,000 miles, or 3,200 kilometers. So, when you're in Canada, right? I'm doing the Canadian thing, right? Like, I'm doing 120 on the. I'm doing 120 kilometers an hour on the highway. I'm doing, I'm filling up with my gas with liters and all that stuff. The second I cross the border into the U.S., though, I'm all imperial again. It's like, yep, set the cruise control 70 miles an hour, right? Whatever, right? Or if it's 70, 75, whatever. That kind of thing. It's like my brain automatically just switches over to imperial. We're into the gallons, right? Gallons of gas, right? The whole 9 yards. So, of course, I'm playing American Truck Simulator, so I am playing it in imperial measurement. That's why it says 65 miles an hour. So that's just the way my brain is. It's like as soon as the border crossing, yep, I'm good, okay. 60 miles an hour, there's 60 minutes in an hour, right? That whole conversion. Now, I mean, you can do that with kilometers. It's really not that hard, but it's just one of those things. So yeah, that's why we're playing in this. But yeah, it's considered an external contract, so you are forced to drive this fast. Wow, we are almost done this trip. And we are going to have to slow down a lot. So let's start doing that. We are actually coming into San Francisco, and that is San Francisco Bay. Uh, and that's actually where the load is going. So let's actually change lanes, because if we don't, we're going to miss it. Yeah, so just resting up a bit. Doing a little bit of rest and relaxation. The DSP, of course, there's lots to go on that. I am still trying to make up my mind whether I'm going to start a new map or if I'm going to go to a different system on the existing map when it comes to DSP and what it is I'm going to do. I will probably pull a poll out for that, because that's what them polls are supposed to be for. Whoa, we're actually going to do this red light, okay. So, yeah, this is a good time to look at the truck and the traffic and the things, right? Yeah. Of course, this is not only is the truck modded, but of course I've got 2 or 3 other mods on here. The paint job, of course, is modded. I personally created that. The wheels were a mod that were on Steam at one time. They are since not on Steam, but when they were on Steam, I made a copy of them, and then I fixed the problems with them when they were off of Steam so as I could keep the wheels. Because I really like these Alcoa lowrider wheels, because that's a thing. Yeah. Oof. Yep, that's a thing. So, whoa, did I just pass the driveway? No. I was gonna say this. Pretty sure it's just down here. Yep, it's just down here. So that is what we do. This was a nice, easy ride for Saturday, Sunday, Funday, game day. Doing the Hauling Hope event, and bring a little hope, because it's been a crazy time. It's a crazy time, right? And we can all use a little hope every once in a while, because we like a little hope. So, this is going to be like one of them crazy deliveries. You know what? I will do this crazy delivery just for you guys. I will pull my hair out on it. Yep. I mean, it's a thing. Now, I might have mentioned in a video somewhere, my father, of course, was a truck driver for over 50 years. So I have seen a lot of North America behind the wheel of a truck. This truck especially, he owned for the last 18 years of his career, which is why I have this truck. It has a little bit of sentimental value for me. So, I mean, if you're kind of watching the video up to this point, then you're probably watching it right to the end. So you might as well know why I'm driving this particular truck. And, so, yep, this truck has a little bit of memory for me. I have been a lot of places in a truck. Gotten to see a lot of cool places in North America. So yeah, done and done. Look at that. You almost think I knew what I was doing every once in a while. Yeah, it's not that hard. Let's push the T button. Let's get some reward. Excellent. We like excellent. So, with that, this is Max, and I appreciate you hanging out on Saturday, Sunday, Funday, game day. Here in a little bit of ATS. I think that was my 7th job. Yes, it was. Yeah, the Hauling Hope event is done. Which, of course, now I get the cool little World of Truck achievement, and I get the little Hope cabin insignia where it will hang inside, and that's pretty cool. Again, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.